as it releases a virtual infinite amount of energy. Interesting that space and time were brought up yet again when it comes to this Pokemon. But back to Arceus for a second. We all know that Arceus is well known for creating Pokemon to watch over certain realms and aspects of the Pokemon universe. Kyogre was made to create and monitor the seas, Regigigas was made to pull the continents into place, and Dialga and Palkia were made to control time and space, respectively. But what if there was one before Dialga and Palkia? An incredibly powerful Pokemon meant to watch over both space and time before it lost such privileges. I know it seems really odd, but let me explain. As you can clearly see, not only space and time, but the ability to manipulate space and time come up a lot in regards to the powerful Pokemon, Eternatus. It seems to be that the Dynamax phenomenon has a lot to do with the manipulation of both space and time. Now, what if before Dialga and Palkia were created, Arceus created Eternatus to be the Pokemon to rule over both these realms?
This is Eric Clark coming live from my house.
Powerful that was tasked with watching
luck has hit me well. I'm having abysmal luck when it comes to like my games. I got my account on my YouTube, not my YouTube, but my GTA Online. It's basically it expired, but like I don't know why, because it hasn't been a month. Look, for a while there it was working, and then all of a sudden it just stopped.
However, what if it
and now I have to figure out how to get that upload.
To access an infinite realm of energy that it could pull from. Perhaps even a realm where Arceus truly resides. As it found this infinite energy source, it became obsessed with drawing in more power.
Now we have things to go for right now, and
stuff.
It's like, you know,
become more powerful
stuff that we gotta do.
Itself. I mean, it's not like we ever had a Pokemon that directly went against Arceus and then had to be punished or anything. Totally new concept. But back to the point, this would explain both how Eternatus even has the ability to bend space and time, and also why, in the games, it started opening rifts in space-time to access somewhere it could pull more energy from to achieve its Eternamax form.
I'm just trying to figure out what to do.
Then Arceus. It was created to be the ruler of space and time before it found an infinite energy source that it could use to become the most powerful Pokemon in existence, and it became obsessed. This energy could have even corrupted Eternatus so much that we get the skeletal form of a Pokemon instead of its natural look it had before the energy absorption. It also explains how it got access to the Dynamax Cannon and Eternabeam moves, where it turns this energy against other Pokemon to damage them or cause them to be affected by the energy and grow massive and go on rampages. But where did Eternatus go, and why are Dialga and Palkia in its place? Well, let's go back to that first Dex entry we looked at in the beginning of this video. It came to Earth 20,000 years ago, inside a meteorite. Now, how did such a powerful and violent Pokemon end up inside of a meteorite? Seems kind of odd to think about and really lacks any in-game explanation. Unless this meteorite isn't just a meteorite. It is instead a prison that was created by Arceus itself to hold this Pokemon in a deep slumber and prevent it from accessing the
I will, Mom. I will.
If you were like me, you're probably thinking, well, I would just destroy Eternatus. But we have yet to see Arceus destroy one of its creations. Even Giratina was not destroyed, but was instead put into the Distortion World to act as a prison for this Pokemon. However, the prison that Arceus put Eternatus in has one pretty big flaw. That it could find its way back to Earth and be reawakened from its slumber and wreak havoc on people and Pokemon by drawing on the infinite power source once more. And to make sure that there was a failsafe to this flaw, Arceus took proactive measures. But to explain this,
Mom, it doesn't mean that you can't. You're going to be doing something else when he returns. To be ready is to be ready in your heart, Mom.
Make sure to like this video if you enjoy theory content or Pokemon explanations. But back to the points. Now we arrive at the legendary hero Pokemon, Zacian and Zamazenta.
Your heart has to be in the right place, not your mind. Not what you're doing, because everyone's going to be doing something else that day.
Where did they come from? Where did they go? Where did they come from? Sword-faced Doggo. But as we stated earlier, Arceus creates Pokemon with a purpose. But what is the purpose of Zacian and Zamazenta if not for Eternatus? To run around Galar defending it from evildoers and no-gooders? Well, that is pretty hard to do when they only seem to wake up and become active when Eternatus wakes up. Oh wait, perhaps these two Pokemon do have a real purpose that Arceus created.
My hair is always even when I'm doing my videos.
From destroying the universe and absorbing too much power should it attempt its evil plan again. Let's talk about what we know about these two Pokemon. They only come to action when Eternatus wakes up. They are able to battle Gigantamax Pokemon with ease. They are some of the most powerful Pokemon in existence,